Hello and welcome to Artist and Producer. Today we're going to review the Obeamiu 3-pack 70 LED video light. Unpack it. I'm going to use this. My goal is to use this to record myself playing guitar covers and to just do general YouTube videos. So let's see what the product looks like when you unpack it. To me, this seems like the best value. I was researching around for lights. I'm usually pretty thorough when it comes to that. I didn't want to spend too much, so this seemed like a good value. It's about $47. Actually, I got this lights with a remote control, so it was $50. Oh wait, did I get this one? Never mind, I got this one, $60 with the wall charger, because if you're running 3 of them, it can get kind of tricky when it comes to hooking them up all together. So I just recommend spending the extra 10 bucks, or no, 20 bucks, and just getting it with the remote control and the wall charger, unless you can hook it up or rig it yourself. That's up to you. Here, it was inside this box. I just pulled it out. And you pretty much get a stand like this. I was actually kind of impressed for what you get, because you get 3 of these. It's out of focus. You get 3 of these, and the lights are pretty powerful. I was reading on the reviews that the lights are too weak, some people were saying. So I don't know. We'll test that out. We'll do a before and after. And I don't know why the camera's not in focus, but whatever. So let's try to pull this out. Let's try to loosen up this screw right here. I'm gonna try to keep from destroying my glass table. So yeah, these are, just gotta mess around with like unscrewing these things. These stands are pretty tall. Like, I'll put this on the floor. Let's see. I'll put this on the floor, and you can extend this up here. You just extend it out, and I believe it can go up to. You can probably get it pretty high. I'll just do it at the maximum just to test it out, and then later I'll record a video of me setting everything up, like a time lapse, just for reference. And then we'll see. At the end, we'll have a video of everything just with the lights on, and you'll see everything compared to right now. Right now I have these lights on and like some Christmas lights, and I'll just turn those off for reference, so we have a good reference. Before and after. So this is pretty tall. This is like, I don't want my webcam to fall, but this is like, I'm 5'9", 5'10". This is about, I would say, 5 feet tall. And then the light, let's unpack one of the lights. Let's see right here. So what you get, you get 3 of those boxes and 3 of these. So with this, you get these filters. I believe you get, let's see, you get blue, white, red, and yellow. So I haven't messed around with those yet. I have hooked up the light and seen that it's pretty dang bright. You get a remote control. The cool thing is that here's one of the other boxes, like the remote controls. You get a white one, a blue one, and a red one, so you know which light it's supposed to go to. So for example, if you have 3 of them set up and you want to just change one of them, you're like, oh, that's the white one, I'll change this. However, all of the lights look the same, so you might want to put a red sticker or a white sticker on each one of them to know which one's which. I haven't tested that out, but I could see that being a problem and getting confused. A little bit confused. Yeah, let's open this up. So in this baggie, You see it comes with the remote control. One of my remote controls wasn't connecting properly. Like you have to press it really hard. And I read in the reviews that the seller's pretty responsive about that, so I already messaged them and they said like, yeah, we'll send you another. I don't know if they're gonna send me just a remote control or what, but I read in the reviews that they're pretty responsive about that. This is what it looks like. There's 70 LEDs on there. A panel. This is what it says on the back. It's probably in reverse. But yeah, DC power output 5 volts, 2 amps, 1000 lumens, model XK70D. You can see here it connects with USB. And then here you got these like adjustment things. It's probably not zooming in that well. But it's just an on and off button and then up and down for intensity. And then you have this screw in right here. And one thing to note is that these LEDs, they're not really insulated, so you can get shocked by them if you touch them. So when they're on, make sure not to touch them. I believe I also read that in the reviews. And like I said, I went through a bunch of these. I read the reviews for different ones. Spent a couple days researching on which light to get. So for the money, this seems like the best one. Obviously, if you want a more professional setup, they have like the umbrella setups. And those are going to give you more light and probably better quality light. But like I said, this is, from what I read, this is the best bang for the buck option. Also in this, you get this kind of, what would you even call this? Like a jerry rig adapter, whatever you want to call this thing. Let's just put it on right away. On the top you get, there's like this protector that you have to take off. We're just gonna save those, put those away on the side because they're easy to lose. And this thing you just screw on the top pretty much, from what I remember. Yeah, so I'm just gonna screw that on the top. You can also loosen this thing and just do that, which is probably even easier. And from what I recall, you screw that in. And then this light, let's tilt this up a little bit. So there's this screw thingy right here that when you unscrew it lets you move this thing around. So that's kind of cool because it'll let you tilt the light, which I'll show you in a second. So let's just screw this in. And already I can see that my outlet is kind of far away. So that might be an issue. All right. Trying to remember what the most efficient way to do this would be. And right now I'm gonna screw in the top. It's unscrewing from the bottom, but whatever. And then I'll just unscrew. Yeah, it's gonna get kind of dangerous. So be really careful when you do this because if you drop this light, it's not gonna work anymore. I read that in the reviews too. I mean, with any electronics, right? But especially these. So you always wanna be really careful when you're screwing this stuff in. And here, you can't really see it, but here there's like a little adjustment thing. You unscrew that, and this is on a pivot, so you can pivot the light, not too much, but you know, a good amount. I'm gonna use a 3-point lighting setup, so I'll have all these 3 lights together. Let's unscrew this and plug it in, and let's see how it works. And I'll just do a time-lapse video of me screwing all of them in, and then actually, let me just do this one really quick, and then we'll see how bright it is. Oh yeah, and it comes with This is the adapter that it comes with. It's just a regular plug with a USB insert. This is the USB. Alright, let's turn it on. So put it at the lowest setting. That's the lowest setting. I'm just gonna increase it on the remote control. Not the remote control, but the inline control. And it gets actually really bright. So the people that are saying it's not bright enough, that's kind of confusing to me. But like I said, this is my first experience with one of these lights, so maybe it's not as bright as the professional ones. And let's try it with the remote control. So this is for the red light. Just gonna take it out of this packaging. It's for the light that goes with the red controller. On and off. And this one's pretty responsive. Like I said, one of mine is not responsive. Oh, it's on and off. One of mine is not responsive, so you can always message the seller if it's not responsive. All right, now I'm gonna set up the other ones, and then we'll see before and after. And actually, before I do set that up, I wanted to talk about the differences between these lights and a ring light, because at first my impression was that I needed a ring light and that was the best option. But ring lights, you only get this like one small light. I wrote an article about it. If you want, check out my website. It's artistandproducer.com. It'll be in the links. I'm doing this, everything's based around pretty much music. So my application is music, but you can use this for YouTube, for any reason for you to be recording yourself. Also teaching English, I might be doing that online, so that's another application. But one of my a part of the article on here is ring light versus other lighting, where I kind of talk about it. If you want to go through and read that, where I talk about recommending this. And yeah, the links are affiliate links, but like I said, I researched all of the different options, and for me, this seemed like the best bet. So if you're interested, if you want to support the channel, feel free to use the affiliate links. And I'm going to set this up, and we'll do a before and after. Alright, so I set everything up, and let's test it out. I did a 3-point setup, which I actually write a little bit about on my website, I believe. And it's pretty easy to do. You pretty much just, yeah, 3 setup. You can go on that. There's a tutorial that talks about it a little bit from a different website. So I set up a basic 3-point. I mean, I did this all in 5 minutes. I just recorded the time lapse that hopefully I can paste in here, and let's test these out. So I have my 3 remote controls right here, and you can even keep them in the little plastic if you want to keep them new, which is, I'm just gonna do that, and then one day in the future I can take it out and pretend I have a brand new remote control. So you have these 3. And I just set it up so I have this one behind me. You can see the light right there for a 3-point setup. This one is for my right, your left. And this one is for your right, my left. Or your left, my right, whatever. However it shows up on your screen. Like I said, I didn't do the 3-point setup professionally, so this is just a basic rudimentary 3-point. But let's see how it turns out. So first I'll turn on on my right. I'm also using a Logitech C920 webcam, which does a pretty good job of like low light and light adjustment, so your mileage may vary. Left light. Oh, actually the remote control is working. It wasn't working before, which was weird. like I said, one of the remotes is kind of messed up. And then the backlight. And so now we have a 3-point light setup. So if you want to record YouTube videos, this is pretty much what it would look like. Obviously my background isn't the best. Like you could, for best results, you'd have just a solid back wall or green light or whatever you want to call it, green wall. I have a dead Christmas tree. It's November, I still haven't taken down my old Christmas tree, which is probably kind of really bad. Yeah, so this is pretty much what it looks like. This is the effect. Let's try to mess with the dimming. I'm gonna dim this one down all the way on my right, on my left. I'm gonna dim it down. Oh, no, that was the back one. On my left. And these kind of hurt your eyes. Like when I look into it, you get the floaters after. And some people, I've read that when they teach online and they have the ring light, it kind of messes with their eyes. Yeah, so this is with all of them all the way down dim. And then let me just turn these off. Okay, that one power doesn't work on that one. So I have to manually, and that's what I'm gonna write to them and ask for a replacement. It seems like they're gonna give you one. And this is low light, like no light. Right, let's turn these on again. So obviously you can see a difference. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some differences. Make this go, and you can, this is like with just the right light all the way up. Backlight all the way up. And then left light all the way up. And it's, yeah, this remote doesn't really work that well. Right light all the way up. So obviously I could get different effects. I can use some of these filters. And it's interesting because this one looks like it's green, but I'm assuming it's the yellow mixed with the blue. So let's open these up and let's see what the filters look like. And maybe I'll just put on the filters for the hell of it and see, like try on one of these filters and see how it looks like. Wow. On the Amazon listing, it says they only give you, I think, 4 filters, but this is what, one, this is like a matte filter in case this light is too harsh. If you want more, the light to be spread out, you have like a aqua teal, you have a light purple, you have a kind of a light yellow, you have a blue, red, yellow, bright yellow, purple, and kind of a smoke dim black. So that's pretty cool. Actually, they give you a lot of colors to mess with. So you could do some really cool stuff with these lights, it looks like. Each one of these things has this thing that says, Step 1, please peel off this mask before application. Step 2, please peel off this mask. Okay, so there's a step 1, please peel off this mask before application. And then step 2, please peel off this mask after application completed. So I don't know if this is like a one-time use thing, which kind of makes me nervous because I don't want to like waste this. I mean, all this just peeled off and it kind of left like a little mark where this sticker was, but that's it. And then the step 2, peel off after application completed. Peel off this mask. I'll probably mess it up and then figure out like how to exactly use it by messing one of these up, but I don't know what the point of that is. Maybe not to get fingerprints on it. But yeah, I'll just apply one of these filters. I'll do the teal one just for the hell of it from each one of these 3, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, as you can see, I installed the teal on one of the lights. And then I'm gonna show you guys just how to install the filter, because there's like a little trick to it. I still don't know what these tabs are for. Maybe if someone knows, you can leave a comment. One thing to remember is power down. I didn't get shocked, even though it was like, it wasn't on, but it was powered up. But you always want to just unhook it from electricity before you're putting on the filters, because you might get shocked. I mean, I didn't, but it would suck if you did. It wouldn't be anything fatal, but it just kind of always sucks to get electrocuted. So there's these like little slots on the side, and then these have a cutout slot right there. So you just, to install the filters, you just kind of shimmy these in. It's a lot easier to do it when the lights are in your hand. I unscrewed it to do it that way. And it is kind of tricky actually. You have to get it at the right angle, kind of shimmy them in. There you go. So this is a mat. Let's just turn this on and see what it looks like actually. Let me plug this in. Turn this on. I guess you can't really tell the difference. It's like just a little bit more matte, but it's still super bright. So I'm gonna put on the teal ones on all three, and then we'll see how that looks like, that effect. Oh yeah, and I just want to reiterate really quick, be really careful with the stands, because if you treat them well, they look like they'll last, but a lot of these budget lights and budget mic stands and all that, they're easy to break, so just be careful with it. Never do anything by force. And I just realized, like, there's this film that comes off when you rip this off. On this one, this film is coming off. It's like saran wrap. So I don't know if this is supposed to be like a one-time use thing or what, but I might just be like totally messing this up. It looks like this side has some kind of saran wrap too, but it's like not coming off when I'm peeling this, so I don't know if that's gonna make a difference, to be honest. Someone with lighting experience can chime in about that. All right, sorry, getting kind of dark outside already, so it's kind of dim in here. I'm gonna turn off this bathroom light. All right, so this is just daylight from outside in the evening, like 6 p.m. Turn on the right light, the right green light. Turn on the back light. Actually, let's turn on the left light first. So do this one manually. And the cool thing is that even when you unplug it from the electricity, it remembers what setting you had. So if you had it at the max setting and you unplug it, store it, and then bring it back, it'll always come back to the max setting. So if you have like a certain setting that you like, then it'll always stay at that setting. And this is with the backlight on. 3-point setup with teal filter. Yeah, so far this looks pretty good. I might use this for, like, right now my source of income could be teaching English online. I was thinking that's one of my options. I keep looking at the light and it's kind of hurting, like blinding my eyes. Probably shouldn't look at it. I might use this for teaching English, just as a setup to like look more professional. You can use it for meetings, business meetings. If you want to record any type of YouTube video, this is a good start. I read a lot of good things about the Logitech webcam C920. That's why I got that one, and I got these lights. So this is the review. If you have any further questions, or if you want to follow up video about anything, just put it in the comments, and thank you for tuning in. If you're a singer-songwriter, if you're an artist, check out my website, Artist and Producer. It's this one right here, where I pretty much talk about the journey to survive from music. It's not easy. All the stuff you can do, like the best time to release music, it's a work in progress, so I'll make it easier to maneuver. I know it's kind of crappy looking right now. thanks guys for tuning in, and yeah, feel free to subscribe and whatnot. Take care.